What if I told you that Wrong Turn wasn't just a random horror movie, but a modern echo of much older, darker legends? Deep in the forests of America, and long before Hollywood cameras arrived, stories began circulating about families who never left the woods and never let travelers leave alive. Some believe Wrong Turn was inspired by an American legend known as the Ravenwood Forest killings. Whispers of a secluded family said to hunt anyone who wandered too far off the road. Others traced the roots even further back, to Sawney Bean, a 16th century Scottish legend of a cannibal clan that ambushed travelers, dragged them into caves, and erased entire bloodlines. The question is, did Wrong Turn invent its monsters? Or did it simply move an ancient nightmare into modern woods? Buckle up. This is the disturbing truth behind Wrong Turn. Long before Wrong Turn ever terrified audiences, there was a story so disturbing that many historians still debate whether it was ever real. In 16th century Scotland, travelers began vanishing along remote roads near the coast. Entire families disappeared without a trace. Horses were found wandering alone. Blood was discovered, but never bodies. According to legend, the cause was a man named Sawney Bean. Sawney was said to have fled society and settled deep inside a coastal cave with his wife. Over decades, they allegedly raised a massive clan, more than 40 members, all born and raised away from civilization. Their survival method was horrifying. They would ambush travelers at night, drag the bodies into their cave, and consume them. The legend claims that dismembered remains were salted and stored like food supplies. Anyone who resisted was slaughtered. Anyone who escaped was hunted. There is no solid historical proof Sawney Bean ever existed, and yet his story refuses to die. Fast forward centuries later, and thousands of miles west, America has no shortage of dense, isolated forests. Appalachia alone stretches across multiple states, filled with regions where communities once lived completely cut off from the outside world. This is where Wrong Turn begins to feel uncomfortably familiar. The film's cannibalistic family shares the same core elements as the Sawney Bean legend. Online, many claim Wrong Turn is connected to stories like the Ravenwood Forest killings. Stories of a family known as the Crows, who supposedly lived deep in American woodland and vanished anyone who crossed their territory. Here's the truth. There is no official record of Ravenwood Forest or the Crow family as a confirmed historical case. But that doesn't mean these stories came from nowhere. Throughout American history, there have been entire towns erased by time, families living miles from the nearest road, crimes that were never fully documented, disappearances written off as animal attacks or accidents. Over time, these fragments turn into legends, and legends grow teeth. What makes Wrong Turn terrifying isn't just the violence. It's the idea that no one is coming to help. Civilization ends a few miles off the highway, and the woods don't follow human rules. The movie doesn't tell you this could happen. It lets your brain finish the sentence. And when stories like Sawney Bean or Ravenwood-style legends already exist in the collective memory, your mind connects the dots on its own. So was Wrong Turn based on a true story? No. But it didn't need to be. It borrowed the oldest fear humans have, that if you wander far enough from the path, you may enter a place where history, law, and mercy no longer exist. And sometimes, legends are more terrifying than facts. For more stories like this, and the truth behind horror movies, subscribe to Jasper Investigates.